Hey folks, Evil Pajamas here with another video on the Marvel Champions card game, and today I'm going to be going over a challenge that the developers issued at the time the Heroic Rule Set mode was released, and they issued sort of a little fun challenge, which was to play Heroic 3 against Klaw with the Doomsday Modular Set. So I've come to the conclusion that this challenge is nearly impossible as a solo player. So the modular set for Doomsday Share, if you're not familiar with it, comes with 6 cards. So that includes MODOK, which is an 8 HP minion with Retaliate 2 attack, and 2 scheme. So he's pretty tough to get rid of to begin with, but there is also 3 biomechanical upgrade cards, which are cards with Surge and attached to a minion with a forced interrupt that when the minion would be defeated, heal all damage from it instead, and then discard this card. So if MODOK is in play, this is pretty much always going to be hitting MODOK since he has 8 HP. So, and that is the highest printed HP. So that would be 8, regardless of whether you've worn him down a little bit even before those come into play. So there's 3 copies of that, 1 copy of MODOK, and then 2 copies of Doomsday Chair. And this card is one of the reasons why I think that this challenge just does not work with solo mode, is because that has a flat 8 on it in terms of the amount of threat that comes into play. So it's not like there's a smaller number and then more comes in per player. It's just 8. So it's really, obviously that's a card that's going to be easier with a larger number of players because it doesn't have the per player scaling. So that's what we have here. So I'll go ahead and do a little run here just to show how miserable attempting this solo is. If you've had any success in beating this challenge in Heroic 3 that the developers have sort of issued with the Heroic mode, would love to see what deck list you might have used there in the comments below. So yeah. So we'll be using Captain Marvel, and let's go ahead and set up Klaw. So we've searched for the defense network and we've put it into play. So let's go ahead and add 3 threat to that because we are playing with a single player. Then we have the Immortal Klaw, so we'll give Klaw 10 additional HP. And we will also add 3 threat to that scheme. Flip this over. So with Underground Distribution, we will go ahead and discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded, and then we'll put that into play engaged. No minion, no minion. And you'll go through quite a few of these because, oh, actually pretty fortunate because the modular set only has the 1 minion. Klaw normal modular set comes with Masters of Evil, which has obviously a lot more minions. So Weapons Runner, the Surge will not trigger because we are putting it into play, so that's not going to trigger Surge. So we've done that, and we need to shuffle in the obligation card now for our chosen identity. The obligation card is in. Klaw is at 28 HP. We have 12 HP on our identity. And we will draw 6 cards and then take our mulligan. So we've got Foiled, Daredevil, Clear the Area, Genius, Spider-Woman, and Energy. So those are going to be our 6. Let's see, do we want to mulligan any of these? I think that we are going to probably... So we're going to be flipping over to the hero side, so we won't need foiled, so we're definitely going to mulligan that. And we will just go ahead and mulligan that card. So we'll draw one more card, which is Strength. All right, so and hold on, I think I'm going to swap these around. All right, so we actually did a quick swap on the cameras, and now we are ready, and we've got our 6-card hand. We've taken our mulligan, so let's go ahead and get started. We've got Carol Danvers here. Choose a player to draw 1 card, limit once per round. So obviously I'm going to go ahead and draw a free card. This is an HP buff. Since we're playing on Heroic 3, we're going to need all the HP that we can get. And we will be looking to start playing our heroes. So we got 2 of our resource cards in hand, which is obviously, that's a big bonus here. So let's go ahead. There's nothing that we need to be in alter ego form right now. So we're going to go ahead and flip to Captain Marvel. Alright, so we've flipped to Captain Marvel, and we're going to go ahead and play, I believe, probably Spider-Woman here. It's more cost efficient than playing Daredevil. Oops, not going to use that one though. We actually have 3 resource cards in hand, so we could play both. We could actually play both allies here because of the 3 resources. So, but if we do that, we won't be able to play Clear the Area. So right now our options are a 2-thwart ally and another 2-thwart ally, and we have 2-thwart on that. So it's that will be 6, but since we can't divide it up that way, we're not going to be able to get both schemes out that way. The same could be said for Clear the Area, but Clear the Area will let us draw an extra card. So we've got sort of a tough choice to make here, because we have 3 of the double resource cards in hand to begin with. But then if we take out the 2 allies, we would have to toss Endurance to... Okay, so I think what we'll do here is we're going to thwart with Captain Marvel on the Immortal Klaw, and we'll bring that down to 1 threat. Then we will pay using Endurance to play Clear the Area. We'll remove 2 threat from the Immortal Klaw, and because that is the last threat on the scheme, we'll get to draw 1 card. Now we will go ahead and pay 4 for Daredevil. And we'll be able to pay 3 for Spider-Woman. So after Spider-Woman enters play, we can confuse Mr. Klaw here. And then we will go ahead and thwart with both of these on Defense Network. That will bring Defense Network down to 0. And we'll give 1 consequential damage each on our allies. So we are out of cards, and Captain Marvel doesn't have any damage on her, so we can't actually heal. We couldn't have used this ability to heal 1 damage, because that's actually part of the cost. Well, no, actually, I lied. Let's see. Spend a resource and heal 1. You know, I'm going to interpret that as actually part of the cost. You actually have to be able to heal 1 damage from a Captain Marvel. So we'll go ahead and draw 5 cards. And a lot of resources again. Energy Channel, Concussive Blow, and a Cosmic Flight. We'll go ahead and unexhaust. And we'll move into the villain phase now. So we'll start by placing 1 threat per player on the main scheme. 6 total will cause this scheme to be resolved. And now we will go into the attack phase. So Klaw is going to get 2 boosts, and I am going to actually, I messed up when I did this thwart here. Should have assigned 1 damage as a response. It wasn't totally spaced out on this weapons runner being out, so we are going to declare that that was used during Daredevil's ability. So a little bit of a retroactive cheat there, but there's no reason I wouldn't have done that. So now Klaw is going to be attacking, and I think what I'll be doing here is probably be just, I'm not going to defend. So I have 12 HP. We're going with no defense. So we've got 3 and 5 to go along with Klaw's base of 1. So that's going to be a 6 health hit on Captain Marvel, which is half of her HP. So now, since we're on Heroic 3, which was the challenge the developers issued, we're going to go ahead and deal 1, 2, and 3 cards out. So first card, biomechanical upgrades. So there is no minion in play, so we can't attach that, but this does have Surge. So we'll go ahead and Surge that card. When revealed, the villain attacks you. So since the first hit took half of my HP, we are going to go ahead and defend this time. So I'll go ahead and defend with Spider-Woman. Klaw will get two boost cards, 3 and a 4, 3 and a 1 for 4 total. So that will be a 5 hit. Obviously, that will take out Spider-Woman, and we'll continue on. Oh, here comes MODOK. So we discussed this at the intro to the video. He's got Retaliate 2 and 8 HP with 2 attack and 2 scheme. And the final card will be Sound Manipulation. So we are in hero form, so we will take 2 damage. Klaw would heal 2 damage, but he's at the maximum of 18 now, actually, because Mortal Klaw isn't in play, so he can't heal from that. And so we survived round 1 on Heroic 3 there. And we will move back to the player phase now. So here we have no reason really to confuse Klaw. So I think what we need to do is get rid of MODOK actually here. So we're going to play Energy Channel for 0. So maybe we're going about this the wrong way. I mean, I could do 10 to the face to Klaw right here because I'm able to put out... So first we're gonna do the rechannel. So we'll spend 1. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll spend 1. Heal Captain Marvel for 1. And draw 1 card. So I think we are just going to take we're going to take out MODOK here. So we're going to go ahead and well, actually, I think what we're going to do actually is we're going to so what we want to do is try and save one of these energy absorptions. So what we're going to do is so we can only spend lightning resources on the energy channel. I think that's what we'll do. So actually, we're going to spend these 4. So that'll put 4 tokens on energy counter, or on energy channel. And then as a hero action, we will discard energy channel and deal 2 damage to an enemy for each counter here. So we'll do 8 to MODOK. He's going to retaliate for 2. And actually, he might not retaliate for 2 because let me double check on the retaliate rule, because he, like, dead allies will not retaliate, so that might... After this character is attacked, deal X damage to attacker. The character must survive to deal this damage. So actually, we will get our HP back. So because he got one-shotted by that, we will not be taking damage there. So I'm going to go ahead and thwart with Daredevil. We'll remove the 1 threat there, add a damage counter to Daredevil as consequential damage, and then do 1 damage to Klaw as a response to Daredevil, since I forgot to do that last time. So Captain Marvel's re-channel did not require her to exhaust, so we will go ahead and, no, actually, we're going to flip over to Carol Danvers' form, and then I will use the commander ability to draw a card, and then I will go ahead and recover, 2, 3, 4, bringing us back to 9. So this is a hero. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard this concussive blow. I'm going to keep foiled in my hand to cancel out a boost icon on the scheme activation, should they have one, and I'm going to keep the energy absorption. So we'll have a 6-card hand. And then we'll unexhaust our players. You know what I mean. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put 1 threat on Underground Distribution. And I don't know why I held foiled there. I completely forgot that Klaw is, there was no reason to hold foiled there because Klaw is confused. So that's just sort of a dead card. Now we're going to deal ourselves 3 cards. So this will just get the surge effect on this because there's no minion in play, so that's very fortunate that we killed MODOK. So here's the surge. Oh, fun. Okay. I don't believe I have any way to stop that from happening. So let's go ahead and put Yagran into play. And by Rog-Yan, I mean Jan Rog. So here he is. This is the guy that Jude Law played in the movie, if you're only familiar with the MCU. So he has a force response after Jan Rog attacks. Place 1 threat on Psych Magnetron, which is going to be this, which is the side scheme. When revealed, place an additional 1 threat per player there, and then we have to draw an additional card during the card phase. So we'll put 4 on that, and then we will shuffle in 2 Kree Manipulator Treacheries and a Jan Rog's Treason. So discard each lightning resource from your hand. If discarded, if you discard no cards, display this card, you can surge. And then 2 more cards that have surge, and when revealed, place 1 threat on the main scheme, and also have a boost effect, adding threat if there's an undefended attack. So we'll shuffle those in. Now, fortunately, we are on the villain encounter card phase. So we're past the point in which Jan Rog would attack, and we are past the point where we get an additional card from that side scheme. So that's the one upside to that. So we've got Sonic Boom. So I can either spend 1 of each type of resource or exhaust each character I control. So let me weigh my options here. I don't really want to exhaust all my characters. I could, so I think, but I also don't really want to discard my energy channel or let's clear the area. So we're going to exhaust the characters. And then the 3rd card for Heroic 3, this attaches to Klaw. He gains Retaliate 1, and you have to spend 1 of each resource to... Alright, so we have survived the 2nd round of Heroic 3 Mania here with Doomsday Chair Klaw. We are exhausted, but Klaw's turn is over. So let's go ahead and use the Carol Danvers ability here. So I choose myself to draw a card, which is energy. I don't know how a second copy of that got in the deck. Messed that up, so we cannot draw that. Let's make sure that we have a legal deck size still. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 6, 7, 20, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Whoa, 38, 39. So, yeah, we'll have to put something in there to replace that card because I had not a legal card. So let me go ahead and shuffle that. I don't know, must have messed that up during when I was fiddling around with my cards there. All right. So let's go ahead and draw whatever this card is now, which is going to be clear the area. All right, so we're completely exhausted there, and what we're going to do is obviously, so we're going to go ahead and flip over to Captain Marvel form. I'm going to spend 1 lightning resource to rechannel, heal 1 damage from Captain Marvel. Wrong way on the dial there. And draw 1 card. Alright, so we can get rid of that side scheme because we have 2 clear the areas. So first what we're going to do is we're going to play Skilled Investigator, and that will allow us to draw an extra card when we defeat that scheme. So I will discard Concussive Blow for a resource, take a thwart action on Clear the Area to remove 2 threat from Psych Magnetron, and then I will, actually, let me rewind that back. So let me first go ahead, I'll pay with Energy Absorption to use Photonic Blast, so we'll deal 5 damage to an enemy, which will be Yanrog. Keep getting it wrong. I keep wanting to say Yogg, like Yogg Saron. And that's 5 damage, which will kill him. And if I paid for that using a lightning resource, which I did, I'll get to draw a card. Now, I'll go ahead and pay for Clear the Area to get 2, and then I'll pay for Clear the Area again to get another 2, and since it removed the last 2 threat from the scheme, we will get to draw 1 card, which isn't really going to be a helpful card at all. Actually, but then I will also activate Skilled Investigator to draw another card because we defeated a side scheme, which isn't helpful, but will make our hand bigger next time. So I'll go ahead and play this situation. So we'll get a 6-card hand at the end of this turn. I'm going to discard Crisis Interdiction. So we'll get 6 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we will go ahead and unexhaust. Alright, so we're in Captain Marvel form, so Klaw is going to be attacking us, and we are going to be defending with Daredevil. So let's give Klaw his boost cards, which is going to be a 1 boost, and then a boost effect of if the villain is making an undefended attack, which is not the case, so that won't do anything. So that's actually be a total of 2 damage on Daredevil, which is enough to take him out. And actually, we should have put 1 threat on the main scheme, I believe there. I don't think I did that, because there would have been 1 from the last turn. I didn't take any off of there. So that didn't go too badly. Now we need to deal 3 cards for Heroic 3. There's a card that I was sort of complaining about for solo mode being more difficult because it has 8 threat on it. And when revealed, if MODOK is not in play, search the discard pile and the deck for him and put him into play, engage with you. So here's MODOK coming back. Hooray. Hooray for you, MODOK. I believe he's the villain in the new Avengers game that came out recently. The one that was featuring Ms. Marvel. It looked pretty fun, but it looks sort of like your standard Smash and whatever. Alright, so our second card is Illegal Arms Factory. So, when revealed, we are going to place an additional threat there. So, 4. And then, since we're on Heroic 3, we still got another card. So, Career Manipulator Surge. So, we'll get another card. And we have to place 1 threat on the main scheme. And let's give it the Surge here. Sweet. Alright, so that is going to be Captain Marvel's obligation. So I can be stunned and this card gains Surge and I can discard this, or I can flip and exhaust and remove it from the game. So we'll do that. I don't think I want to get stunned and get an extra card. So we're exhausted once again. That's cool. So Captain Marvel had a family emergency, and not at a great time there, Captain Marvel. Yeah. Wow. All right. So let's go ahead and flip over. Well, no, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and use this action to draw a card. Then we'll go ahead and flip over. So I won't subject you to any more of this miserable beatdown. We will go ahead and cut out here. But the run never gets any better. Get a thorough lashing from Klaw with the Doomsday Chair on Heroic 3. And I noticed that I was only playing Heroic 2 after the run, because I should have been dealing myself 4 cards because I needed 3 additional cards for Heroic 3. So if you found a deck that you could successfully win solo on Heroic 3 Klaw with Doomsday Chair, please feel free to post it in the comments. We'd love to see it. Anyway, if you like this content, please click like, and if you'd like to see more content like this, please hit subscribe. Thanks, and have a great day.